Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and today we'll be doing something a wee bit different today. Although I'm live today, we're still going to go over the kind of charts. We'll look at Ethereum charts, we'll look at Bitcoin charts. I'm just going to see if we're live or not. It looks as if we're live. Connection is good. So we'll look at that just as usual. We'll look at the markets just as usual as well. But what I want to talk about is do a little Dodie crypto today as well. And it's something that I've kind of experienced over the last couple of weeks that I want to pass on to you as well. So I'm just going to see if we're live, just to make sure everything is up and running. We are live. Excellent. So we are live just now. I'll just see if there's anybody in the chat area just now. A couple of people coming in, so we'll just wait until we come in. If you like these videos, remember and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're going to get notified of all the videos that I make, and also hit that like button just now as well if you're watching at the moment. Also, if you want to support this channel, I don't expect you in these times to sign up for the premium group. It'd be brilliant if you did, but I don't expect that to happen. But if you want to sign up to the premium group, there is a link down below. If you want to support the channel in other ways, I've got a book coming out at the end of this month, or the end of next month, called The Belief Principle. It's all about your personal beliefs, not about kind of the bigger beliefs, your personal beliefs and how you can change your life by changing your personal beliefs. So getting rid of your limiting beliefs and installing new beliefs. And a link down below for that as well if you want to pre-order the book that comes out at the end of April. So I'm working on that just now, and that's something, because business has kind of gone downhill fast at the minute. Obviously that's another income stream for me, so I'll be working on that big time over the next couple of months as well. Okay, I'll just see if anybody's in. Just now we've got a couple of people in the chat area, so I'll just dive over to the chat area just now. I've got a different view there, that's fine. Okay, we have Crypto Knowledge Alliance and a very own Jimbo is in the house from Altcoin Buzz. Brilliant to have you here, mate, and good talking to you yesterday as well. And part of what I'm going to be talking about today was after that conversation with yourself as well. David Schwartz is in the house as well, good to see you here. Gino Dow is in the house as well, brilliant to see you here. And Stephen Seathouse has joined us as well, brilliant to see you here as well. Okay, we'll just go to, just going to check something. Because I don't go live that often, obviously there won't be a lot of people watching. I'm just making sure something. Sound is okay. Because I don't go live that often, yep, sound is okay. There's about 12 people watching. So remember to hit that like button as well, that'd be fantastic. Okay, first of all, we'll go into the markets. We'll just look at this just now and see what is going on at the moment. We have a market capitalization of $186 billion, got Bitcoin dominance of 65.6%. Just now, winners and losers, we have Quant, Elf, Maker, Ren, Chiliz, Digibyte, Ogre, VeChain, Binance Coin, all up. Not by that much, to be honest. A couple of big movers there, Quant and Elf and Maker, but there's more movers in Binance as well, and I'll be showing you that in a second. So probably in the green, but we've got 80% in the green actually, but just by small amounts. Who's the losers? Not that many, to be honest. Just very small amounts. Losers, that's because Bitcoin is going up in price, and we've got a Bitcoin price just now of 6,684. It did go up to about 6,800, came back down again, and we'll look at that in a second as well. I'm not going to talk about any news today, so if you want to talk about anything, let me know as well if you want me to look at any charts as well. We'll try and make this a quick one because I know a lot of people don't watch the full kind of hour for the lives. That's why I do the short videos during the week, but I like to kind of chat to you. It's always good to chat to you as well. That's what I miss. I really miss doing lives. Who else is in the house? We've got Mike D is in the house, one of the brilliant admins. Good to see you here. Donny Don Matthew in. BTC hash rate has a dump. Not good. Hi Steve, stay safe, stay home. Yes, I'm used to this. I've been kind of self-isolating for the last 8 years, so I'm really used to this, working for myself and staying at home as well. But yeah, and we're only kind of in our household, we're only designating one shopper, and we're going out every 3 days. We're not doing a big shopping, so we let other people get their shopping as well. So we're going out every 3 or 4 days, getting the exercise. I went out jogging this morning again, so there's not as many people on the street, so I'm not kind of breathing over them as well. So it's just about being socially responsible as well. Crypto Knowledge Alliance, let's all smash the likes right now. We'll help draw more viewers in. Excellent, thanks very much, Jimbo. Gordy Boy is in the house, welcome to you. Axel is in, Devinder Singh is back with us. Dial. There's also a death cross on the BTC charts. Yes, and we'll look at that just now. Okay, let's look at Ethereum just now. So there's a lot of lines here, and I'm going to explain them just now. These orange lines are all the support lines and the major kind of resistance lines as well. You can see here at the very top, we've got 1367. That was its highest, what it closed at. This is on the weekly. We're going to be looking at. We've got down here, this is a major kind of resistance line. There's going to be resistance in the future, 371 or 300, around about that area, 365, 371. You can see here quite clearly that is a major resistance area in the past. We've got support area here, round about the $108 range. We're up to $136 just now. We've also got support round about the $80 range and $23, going all the way down to $23. Now I'm going to put a slope in here as well. You can see this resistance kind of line as well. And this is almost forming a kind of descending triangle here. Well, it is kind of forming that over the long term. This is on a weekly using Kraken, because Kraken goes back further, and it's a US dollar rate as well. So what I wanted to look at is where could we go from here for Ethereum. And we'll look at Bitcoin as well in a second. But obviously we can see we went down to $80 before with this kind of big drop. We went down to $80 and we're climbing back up from there, $136. However, with everything that's going on, just now I can see this falling further below. But having said that, if you've got Ethereum just now and you're thinking, should I sell just now and panic? No, I wouldn't. You could try buying more if you've got the cash there, if you're not kind of in a situation where, or if you're in a situation where you can buy more, then I would definitely kind of look at doing that. Would a panic sell just now? I've done it myself, and it's kind of crazy because you just kind of panic, and that's what I want to talk about at the end, about the kind of Dodie crypto as well. And not the end, but after kind of looking at the charts. So we can go down. I'm expecting this to go down. I don't see any other way than going down just now. I'm not saying in the immediate, I'm not saying next day or today or tomorrow or next week, but I'm talking about kind of short term. I'm talking about within the next 3 months, because the economic situation has not kicked in yet. I've heard the Americans are going to be getting $1,200, obviously in the UK as well. I don't know about other countries, I would imagine it's very similar. We're going to get 80% of our wages if kind of employers kind of register with the HMRC for this as well, for those kind of workers, and they're going to get 80% of the wages. The government are effectively paying the wages of its people just now. Now you might say, well, that's brilliant, and people are going to have more money to spend. Obviously, they're not really, obviously, and it's the government debt. This is going towards debt as well. So that the government debt and what's happening just now with people as well, not working, shops not open. Just now, I walk up my high street, which is usually bustling at the moment. It's just all the shops are shut, totally shut, apart from the food shops. Got Iceland, Tesco, and Sainsbury's, I think it is, or Waitrose at the top of the street. Yes, I think it's Waitrose. So you've got all the shops shut as well. The economic impact of that is not going to start hitting us probably, and I've been saying this, until next week, the week after, and the following months after that as well. So you're not going to get retail buyers of crypto, apart from the likes of us, when we see this and go, holy shit, this is a brilliant opportunity, or we're waiting to jump back in for a brilliant opportunity. Other retail investors who are kind of coming in, they're just going to forget about it. Institutional investors, they're not going to be in either. We've seen backed, and we've seen kind of CME, the futures options as well for Bitcoin has gone right downhill as well. So they're not in just now. They'll probably get back in again when it becomes lower. So I can't see any other way than going down. We might get spikes up. Obviously, I think whales are manipulating this big time, and I'm not. That's not conspiracy theory. It's very, very obvious when you see the kind of buys that are coming in. The other day, kind of when it spiked right up within a space of 15 minutes, that's not natural. It's whales manipulating, and that's fine. That's what happens in the market. So I cannot see any other way than this going down in the short term. However, in the long term, here is what I'm kind of looking at for the long term. I'm going to extrapolate kind of from 2016 up to 2018 and see what could happen from here. Now, we wouldn't have believed this back in 2016 when we're talking about Ethereum was a price of $14. I'm just going to go high here. I'm talking about Ethereum price being $14. You wouldn't have believed that it could go up to $1,500 or $1,400, 100x from there. There's no way we'd have believed that. So we're not in that mindset just now. We're in the mindset we were back in 2016. We said, no way. We didn't even think or fathom that it could go up to $1,400, but it did, and I think it could happen again. So I'm going to extrapolate the information and go from here, put it up to here, and kind of bring this down to here, and that's the exact path that I took. So now what I'm going to do, and this is just for kind of shits and giggles just now, and see where we are just now. We're round about here just now. So we're round about here. You can see that it's not exact, obviously, but it's a very, very similar path. And so if we look at this and look at the kind of historical charts as well, we could be going back down to $80 before shooting back up. And it says here kind of August time. It's not exact science, it's just extrapolating information from historical kind of prices and kind of put on to today's prices. And we could get up to the $21,000. Saying here by the end of 2021. I'm not saying that is going to happen. I'm just kind of, as I said, this is a scenario that could happen. So what I'm really saying, it's not all doom and gloom. So I'm saying short term we could go down. I expect it to go down. I can't see any other way than down from here. There's going to be so much pressure to sell. I think it's the whales are kind of propping up just now, and a bit of optimism, but I think that's going to get, kind of die out as the economic situation of our lives kind of worsens, because we're going to feel the full extent of that, and we're going to be tightening our belts as well. So that's what I think is going to happen with Ethereum. I do think it's going to go down to $80, and it could see even $55 if we look in the daily chart. Just go to kind of auto, and this is a logarithmic scale as well. Go to the daily. I can see it going down to around about 55. There's another support here on the daily, or previous resistance now acting as support, so it could go even down to $55. Now that's kind of unfathomable just now, but I can see a situation like that happening. There's another scenario where you could look at and just go, well, this is probably going to go, it could jump up all the way up to $263 again, and it could. But I think it'll just come back down again. It'll hit this kind of resistance line and come all the way back down again. Either way, it's kind of all good. You can trade this, you can hold it, you can accumulate it. It's still good. It's not all doom and gloom. I think over the past couple of days, it's been a bit doom and gloom. But I think in the long term, this is really, really bright for Ethereum and for Bitcoin. So we'll just go back to the chat. See if there's any. Up there, Dodie boy, like the new setup. Thanks very much, mate. I changed it. Changed the office about. It was just too kind of stuffy. So I've just got a kind of broad picture and shown the library as well. Devinder, I'm trying to get some extra mature cheese, but can't find any. Does anyone know where I can get some extra mature cheese? Just on a laugh, Steve. In these uncertain times, yes. I know what you're saying, cheesy. Don Matthew, Steve, do check out the Sandbox game. Seems to be better than Decentraland. It's on pre-sale. Round 3 coming up on the 31st of March. Could be worth putting $50 or so for a nice plot. Excellent. I need to check that out, because Decentraland, I think, could be amazing. Hey Steve, good to have you live. Kukla, brown to see you. Coty seems to be coming alive last few days. Any news with them? I've not checked the news on the alts. I've not been doing that just now, but Coty has been doing amazing. I think it went up to about 270. Satoshi before coming back down a wee bit, but I think they're going to do excellent, and they've been excellent. Even I think we spoke about them back in January at 116 Satoshi, and they went up to about 400-500, and we all done really well. Came back down, but it's not came back down to previous levels, which is amazing. So Coty is doing brilliant, and it's one of the ones I want to accumulate for long term as well. Gino Dow, the USA Fed is buying up futures and looking into cryptocurrency. Oh, I don't know if they would they do. Maybe they do that, and cryptocurrency might do that, crypto knowledge alliance. I find taking a step back through the time frames really helps. It gives you expectations for the market. It really does, because we're too blinkered just now, and sometimes we think we're just thinking short term, and this is where the emotions come in. And I have to remind myself of this every single day. Normally in life, I'm kind of laid back and I take a step back and I can see the kind of trees and the forest and everything as well, because I take a 50,000 foot view. With crypto, when you're trying to make money all the time, it sucks your energy and you're stuck in the kind of tree and you can't see the wood for the tree. It's just a nightmare sometimes. So it was a good conversation with Jimbo yesterday I had, just to get a little bit of perspective again. Mark Ennis is in. Good to see you, mate. Hello, Stephen, the Brown CYT crew. Hope you're all well. Keep your heads down. Exactly. Gordy boy, one thing for sure is the virus doesn't better prepare governments for the next one that comes along. People will riot. Yeah, it's scary stuff. Scary stuff, to be honest. When you're looking at the measures they're putting in place just now. But what do you do? Because I've thought about this as well, and I'm going to very briefly talk about this. What do you do in this situation? You can rebel and go, the government got way too much control over this, and you get all these kind of conspiracy theories as well. And I'm not impartial to some conspiracy theories. I do think there's a certain amount, well, there is a lot of control that we're not kind of told about. But can you rebel against this? No, it's not going to do any good. It's not going to do anything. One person rebelling at a time is not going to do any good. And I'm not saying we should go out and riot. That's not the way. This is about preserving life at the moment. This is about preserving the kind of older generation, the more vulnerable just now. This is not the time to kind of be rebelling against this just now. And this is the time to take a step back and look at what's important in our lives. So this is kind of what I'm thinking just now. It's just taking a step back and just going, okay, there's no point panicking. There's no point getting kind of mixed up and involved in all this kind of news. Just now, take a step back from the news and know what you need to know, and that's about it. And then get on with your life. This is going to pass. This too shall pass. Donnie Don Matthews, Steve, there seems to be a community support for Casino Coin. YouTubers have covered it. Any idea what it is? Casino Coin, haven't a clue what it is, mate. As I say, I've not been focused on that at all, been focused on trading. Wrong thing to do, I'm going to tell you why. Boy Cote, have a lot going, especially staking, increasing the 10k cap at the moment, and exchanges getting involved. Yes, there's a lot of that as well. Staking is going to be big for them as well. But I do like Cote. I've told you all about Cote as well. I've done videos on it, and I really like that as a long-term project. Okay, Bitcoin. What's happening? Bitcoin 6,677 at the moment, so it's come back up. It was kind of did go down. We're looking at the monthly just now, and we can see this wedge here, and I expect to come down and meet this wedge again round about 3,000, 4,000 area, and possibly even down below to the $1,800 level again as well. Possibly that's kind of worst case short term scenario, but it depends on how you look at it. Again, it's about perspective. Is that the worst case? That could be the best case scenario if you're looking to buy kind of Bitcoin at $1,800. You thought, wow, that's just an amazing opportunity to get some kind of Bitcoin. If you had kind of spare $10,000 or something and you got 6 Bitcoin for that, would be pretty amazing. And just keep a hold of it. Okay, so we're going to do the same. We're going to extrapolate kind of historical prices and kind of put it onto kind of today's prices. But first, we can see here very clearly this wedge. We've got the upper kind of resistance line there, and we've got the lower support line there, and it's kind of hit the mark a couple of times on that. This is long term on the monthly, as I said, and also we've got the 7 EMA and the 21 EMA period. This is a shorter time period than I used to use. It's a 50 EMA I used to use for the red line, and the 7 EMA for crossing over. It looks as if we're going to cross down to the downside on this. We've still got another 4 days until the end of the month, but next month, if we're still on a red candle, we're probably going to cross down, and that's an indication that we're going down further. Last time it fell from 6,000, but it only went dipped down, well, it went down 50% actually. I'm saying only dipped down, but it went down 50% before coming back up. So if we've seen that again, around about 7,000, we could go down to 3,500 before coming back up if history repeated itself previously, but we could go down further to the $1,800 or just round about the $4,000 and stay on this support line. Going to wait and see. Okay, let's extrapolate the information. Again, we've done this before, but I like doing this just to give us a bit of perspective. and look at the long-term kind of view. This is not just short-term. We panic in the short term, we invest for the long term. Okay, so we're round about here for this, and we'll just put on to today's. So you can see here, again, this is for shits and giggles. I'm not saying it's exact science or anything, we're just looking at historical data and kind of extrapolating it and putting it on to today's kind of prices of where we are just now. So this candle here, this long candle here, is from here to here, and then we start looking at it. So down to $1,800, again round about kind of August time, and I would imagine that's when it really kind of kicks in, the economic situation really kicks in, and then it's on its way back up again after that to the $360,000 range. Now you might be thinking that's just crazy talk. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think certainly we could get down to 4,000. Could we get down to 1,800? Possibly. I don't think we're going any lower than that, but I didn't think it would go lower than 5,800 before. But with this situation, this is a black swan event. Remember, this situation is totally unique in the history of the world. Kind of basically, they've effectively shut down or locked down the world at the moment. Round the world is in lockdown. This has not happened before. This is a black swan event, and it's going to have an impact. It's not having an impact just now, and there's a kind of stage where in the wartime there was a kind of stage of euphoria. We kind of unite together, and we've got one enemy, but that stage quickly kind of passes as the reality of kind of war takes over, with people's lives being lost, and the reality of kind of that, what happens as well. This is the kind of same situation. We're in a kind of euphoric stage just now, whereby everybody's home. It's kind of a wee bit exciting, kind of scary, but it's a wee bit exciting as well. And then the reality really kicks in. And we know, I don't know what you're like staying at home if you're kind of stuck in 24/7. For me, it's fine. I'm perfect. I love my own company. I can do it. I've done it for the last 8 years. But a lot of people can't handle it. And a lot of people are kind of, their mental health is going to go down because they're not exercising enough at home as well. A lot of people won't have the motivation to exercise at home or go out walking or go out jogging. But that's what's going to happen. The reality of this situation is really going to kick in over the next few weeks as well, especially in America and kind of UK and the other countries. It's not really hit its peak yet. So it's going to come. It's going to come. So it's just about kind of just really being safe, staying safe, and keeping your mental health kind of in check as well. Exercising is the best thing you can do for your mental health as well. Okay, Mark Innes is saying God the boy, just fist bump. Okay, what I want to talk about just now, let's go over to the other camera, is about the fact of, I was having this conversation yesterday with Jimbo, and I was having a conversation with myself over the last couple of weeks. Business has gone down. It's gone down big time. I've lost a lot of business because of coronavirus, people pulling back. I had a couple of deals in place that were going to probably set me up for the next year or so with my other side of the business, with kind of Facebook and the writing and stuff like that. And it was going to set me up for the next 6 months to a year. They pulled out, and that's kind of all gone. Another thing happened, another couple of things happened as well that really kind of pulled the plug on kind of income coming in. Obviously, people are leaving the kind of crypto as well, so that's not helping me, but understand why you need to do that if you're doing that. You're leaving the premium group. Totally get it, totally understand that. I would definitely be cutting cloth, and I've done that with other kind of things as well. But there's a thing, and I don't know if you've read and kind of looked at the Dodie chain, and it's about the kind of inaction of action. So what we can do in this situation, because over the last kind of week or so I've been trading. When you're trading, I don't know if you've been day trading before, and trading on a 50-minute chart, you have to sit at your desk. More or less, it's kind of like 14 hours per day. If you go for a P, you might miss something, and you've kind of lost a lot of money. It's that kind of bad. I'm thinking, at first it's good, it's brilliant to get into again. You just go, oh, I've missed this, and then after a couple of days you go, this totally drains your energy, and it totally drains where you are in your mind as well. And when you when you kind of gain money, you're euphoric. When you kind of lose a bit of money, you're kind of on a big downer. And it's those emotions, that we can't be doing with in trading as well. So after the conversation yesterday, I thought, okay, what can we do here? There's a couple of things I can do. I can walk away from crypto kind of altogether. This is not kind of threat. I'm just kind of thinking out loud here and talking to you here. I can walk away from crypto altogether and just focus on the rest of the business because I need to get money in for the family. That's what it's about. It's about kind of surviving at the minute. And that's with the book, that's with the blog, going back to basics, and forget about, I'd say probably about $1,300 coming in from the premium group. It could just stop all that and just kind of see what happens. Or what could do it and just think, okay, what am I best at? And that's research. I love kind of doing the research, like for Coty, like for CHR and all the others as well, because there's some brilliant projects out there that people don't know about. And that's what I kind of love doing that as well. And keep the premium group open for that, and obviously trading calls as well, but I've not been doing that over the last couple of weeks because of the situation. The other thing I can do, instead of trading on a minute by minute basis, is just take a position, take a longer term view, and don't take any action, and just say, okay, this is my position for the next week or two until I see things changing fundamentally. And that's what I've done. So by taking no action is leading to more action, if that makes sense. So before I was taking action all the time, I was trading minute by minute and I was trying to get money in, and that kind of sucks your energy out. And you know, when you're desperate for something, you need something to happen. If it's in a relationship or something like that, and you go, okay, I need this person in my life, I want to please her, I want to do all this for her, and I really want, and you just squeeze the energy out of that relationship, and she just goes, get to France, you're just kind of freaky, you're scaring me. And when you want something that bad, it doesn't happen. Same as trading as well. When you want money that bad, it tends not to happen. You tend to lose it. But then when you can take a step back and take no action, and just say, okay, whatever happens, happens. There's a thing in the Dodie chain called Wu Wai, and that's really, it's the flow of the universe. It's just flowing. Let things happen as they happen. If it happens, it's meant to happen, and you just accept it for what it is. So kind of last night and this morning, I thought, okay, I'm just going to take a position just now. I think the market is going to go down. I'm going to take a position on it going down and just keep an eye on it. Daily basis, weekly basis, probably not on a monthly basis, but daily and weekly. So there's no stress there. There's no ups and downs of the emotions. So by taking non-action, I'm taking a lot more action, and I'm preserving kind of my mental health in that as well. And this is about kind of not just trading, but with the kind of coronavirus, whatever happens is going to happen. And us watching the news all the time and panicking and just getting really kind of into the minds of all that kind of goes on and the drama of all of this as well. It doesn't do you good. It doesn't do your kind of family good. It doesn't do your friends and people around about you any good either. You can kind of look at it and just say, okay, this will pass. Eventually it will pass. It's probably going to take a couple of months, but then you focus on what you want out of this. How can you better serve, and how can you better help yourself in this as well? When you do that, you're asking much better questions than, okay, what I'm going to do, this is panicking, this is a bit of a nightmare, I just don't know what to do in here, and I'm going to start selling everything, I need the money and stuff like that. It doesn't work. And that's my suggestion. This is kind of why I kind of named this as well, the Dodie Crypto as well, just thinking about the crypto markets. If you believe in crypto long term, I mean long term, I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and that's longer term for me. If you believe in it, then you just keep what you've got. If you're kind of into Ethereum, for me is a big one. So it's probably Ethereum, Bitcoin, and then on down to the kind of smaller coins. So for me, I need some of the big ones there to have a balanced portfolio, and then the other smaller ones like Coty, like DAG, like CHR, like Ocean, and SHR as well. Just holding them, about 10 smaller coins, and maybe putting $1,000, if I can get it, $1,000 to $2,000 each in each of those, and just hold them. And I should have done that because I had about $25,000 worth before all this kind of went down, got caught up in all that kind of craze, and thought this is going to go down further, another 50%, and sold, got about $8,000 worth left. So I'm trading my way up from that, then that doesn't help either. It doesn't help your mental health trying to trade every minute, and you suck the energy out of it and you start losing money because of that. So by taking non-action, I'm just saying, okay, I've taken a position. If it goes down, it's meant to be, and I've lost whatever I've lost, and I'll just need to walk away from crypto, or I'll just need to kind of put a pension into crypto when it does, if it does go down further. If it doesn't kind of lose and I make money, then again is assessing the situation again on a weekly basis and just saying, okay, what's the situation just now? Has it changed? If it's not, stay in. You keep and preserve your mental health that way as well. Keep and preserve your energy that way as well, and you can focus on other things. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I thought it was important to talk about that today. And you might be going, he's talking absolute mince, but I just want to share that with you today. I'm just going to jump over to the chat area just now. Do you know, Dow, you could mix it up with a bit of crypto and stock market trading. Don Matthew, do you think CBDC could be issued by some central bank during the crisis? A quick and easy way to put money into the hands of people without human contact and maintain social distancing. I think Steve Munchin was talking about that, talking about a digital dollar and possibly Coinbase. If you watch CYT-Crypto's latest video, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera. If you watch CYT-Crypto's latest video, you'll be able to see what I'm kind of talking about here, the links with Coinbase, possibly a digital dollar as well. They might have to do it with an outside party. Gina Dow stocks, I've been looking at airlines, mining and others, including crypto. Gina Dow, but just waiting for the bottom to come in. Yeah, I think that could be it. Just waiting for the bottom to come in. If you think it's going to go down, just wait. Or accumulate, just dollar cost average down. The best solution is long-term, no doubt about it. HODL, quality projects like VT, ETH, BTC, etc. always works. Yeah. And I should have done that. I should have just held kind of what I had a really good portfolio. But that's fine. I've just accepted kind of what's happened. And if I kind of get the kind of 25k back, then I'll put it into the quality projects as well as Ethereum and kind of Bitcoin as well. Personally, Steve, I think you should have held from the start. I should have Gordy Boy, and that was a big mistake. And even kind of I'm an experienced trader, and I just kind of, it wasn't so much as a panic. I just thought, okay, this is going to go down. I just expected it to go down further, but I should have held. Totally hold my hands up to that. Not tell that crypto's been around for years, ups and downs. Yes, it has. I just thought this was a wee bit different. I thought this, because the whole country is in kind of an economic kind of meltdown. I don't think we're feeling the effects of it. So I've made the mistake. I've got to kind of look at that and just say, okay, I've made that mistake. What do I do to get out of it? And the kind of big thing is not to panic, and not to panic trade either. Because I was trading, I was making money. I thought, this is just, the emotions are totally up and down. Oh, this is not worth it. So take a position. I think it's going to go short, so I'm short just now, and we'll see what happens. If it turns out that I kind of lose everything, that's it. I'll just need to walk out and just focus on other things. I'm lucky that I've got other income streams coming in, but I've lost a lot of money because of this as well. Mike D, maybe 1 or 2 days a week trading just to get the hit and then chill for the rest. Yeah, yes, that could be a solution as well. But what I'm doing as well, if I'm being really honest, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the bear charts and the bull charts, the ETH bull and ETH bear. So I'm ETH bear just now, and I'm going to be looking at, so what I was doing before is looking at the 15-minute chart and trading that, and it works out really well. But literally, when you go for a cup of tea, you go take a dump or something like that, you come back and it just kind of shoots down. It's just mental. And that's why manipulated markets is good to trade the 15-minute chart, for example. So the ETH bear kind of crossed over at 12.15 today. I was way this morning, so you could trade that, but what I'm looking at is just saying, okay, don't even day trade, just look at the 4-hour chart. Not the 1 hour, the 4-hour chart. And we're coming up for a crossover here. It's not crossed over yet though, but we're coming up for a crossover on the ETH bear chart. So I'm kind of looking at this and taking a position here on ETH bear, and expecting this to probably go up back to about 40 again, which would mean Bitcoin going down to probably around about 4,000 and Ethereum going back down to about $80 again. When that happens, get out of ETH bear and go into ETH bull, or just kind of assess it every week and just look at that. So there's only a couple of times you can see here over the last couple of months that's crossed over on the 4 hourly. But when it does cross over, there's a couple of times here when it's crossed down to the downside and then gone straight back up and then come back down again. So there's a couple of kind of false breakouts there as well. But that's something you play with in trading as well. But that's where I am just now. So I'm doing the 4 hour just now, and then ETH bull as well. And this is because it's leveraged trading as well. So the ETH bull, you can see we've crossed over here at 82, and it did get up to 102, but it's coming back down again. And this is me anticipating, looking at the kind of 15 minute, the half hourly, the hourly, anticipating it's going to come down further as well. And the stock markets, well, they're expecting Wall Street to come open at minus 506. It's gone up hugely from 18,000 up to 22,000. That is not natural. That is not retail investors getting in and buying. That is the government kind of getting in and buying, and some obviously optimistic retail investors taking advantage. But there's going to be a big sell-off again. It's coming because people are making profits now. There's been 10, 20, 30% has come up. People are making profits. There's going to be another big sell-off as well. There can't not be. There cannot be. So this is kind of, we have to look at the stock markets just now because that's driving a lot of sentiment. And that sentiment is spilling over into the crypto sentiment as well. Where are we just now? 6657 for Bitcoin USDT. So I just wanted to be honest and kind of tell you where I was with that as well, where my head was. Because it was a case of, okay, my business has gone down big time. Literally within the past couple of, what was it, in the past week, what was happened over the last couple of weeks. A couple of deals they just kind of pulled out on. And I pulled out of kind of our deal for buying another property as well for obvious reasons. I have to kind of protect ourselves as well. You can't turn the clock back, onwards and upwards. Yeah, exactly. If you've got that attitude as well, and you really do have that attitude deep inside, and it might take a while to get there, but once you get that and you let go of the outcome, I think that's a big, huge thing. I kind of taught it for years, let go of the outcome. Once you let go of the outcome, you're no longer tied to that outcome, and you can let what happens without being emotionally tied to it. Difficult to do, but once you get it, yeah, definitely. Mike, morning. Sorry, I'm just seeing the live show. What are you holding now for the long term, or are you out altogether? I'm in Tether just now, so I'm trading just now, Mike. So I'm trying to get money, USDT back up, so I can get back into the likes of Ethereum, Bitcoin. Well, was not strictly a lie. It's, I've got money on the side in my kind of pension pot, waiting to get back in to Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I'm going to use that for Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then with the trading money, I'll get back into the likes of Cote, DAG, CHR, quality projects I was talking about, SHR. There's probably about 10 quality projects, and obviously I'm looking at more as well, but I'd like to get in them one by one as well. I'm just getting more dude, didn't get a notification, trust everyone as well. I don't know what's going on with the notification. I don't know what's happening there. I think it's because I'm not doing that live every day. Good boys, sometimes I wonder if I should go all in with BNB. $9 a couple of weeks ago, 13 now, always perform. They do always perform well. Mark Innes, you too, mate. Mahmoud Cacao is in. I would stay in BTC or Link or ETH. The bailouts from all countries will cause a hyperinflation. All coins with huge use case and with deflation feature will be a safe haven for store of value. We've been saying that for a while, to be honest, but it's never really happened. Just now in this situation, I can't see it turning around because of this situation, but it could after all this is kind of blown over. All the biggest and most successful people in the markets, they DCA and hodl long term, BTC whales, all the major famous investors, yeah. And just look at Warren Buffett, for example, what he does. He'll be rubbing his hands together just now, Warren Buffett, waiting on the kind of bottom coming in. The bottom's not coming to the stock market yet, but he'll be waiting in the bottom coming in and buying up. We haven't skidded mode, yeah, just not the same watching the replay. See if we can get Steve to stay on for a couple of hours. I mean, it's not like he's got anywhere to go. That's true. Okay, well, actually, I've got a phone call at 11:30 with my accountant. So I'll need to kind of get going. I'll just see what we've got just now. with regards to Ethereum, this is on the daily, $136 on Ethereum. We'll go over to Binance just now actually, and just see what's happening in BTC. CTXC up 102%. Holy shit. There's still opportunities out there. That crossed over on the 4 hourly actually. Nows is up 45. MBL looked at this morning as well. So I'm going to have to start looking at some calls as well, and looking at the kind of crossovers and the trading on this as well for the premium group. Fuel Elf up, doing good in Satoshi value. There's some brilliant ones there. So I would imagine that's going to happen quite a lot on Binance. You're going to get these kind of big swings up for some of them. So how can we kind of look at that and take advantage of that? Just what I've been doing for the last 2 years and when I've been making the calls. So if you're in a premium group, I'm going to get back to making the calls as well, because we're in a situation where we're going to get outliers like this, and it's a case of just changing the strategy slightly, but that should be relatively easy to do. How's KuCoin holding up? I've nothing in KuCoin, I don't think. I'm not going to log in. Let's see what's going on here. Imagine there'll be some good ones. Maker is up. VChain's doing well, holding up well as well. Now's 47, GMB 31%. Win is up, would you believe? Not by that much, to be honest. ELF is up 20%, NWC, EDN, Ample Force is up 16%. So there's still trading opportunities out there. So what I'm going to do is probably get back in the premium group, probably get back to looking for kind of hidden gems. I still think there's another week to go of kind of turmoil just now. So we'll start looking at the hidden gems. I've been speaking to a couple of people as well for some hidden gems, and give updates on the hidden gems I've already called, on the likes of Cote and stuff like that as well. Cardinal Giant, thanks Steve, glad to hear a chat helped out. It did Jimbo, really did. Really appreciate it. It's just good to kind of sound off and just kind of get your thoughts out there. Godly Boy, problem for a lot is we are holding big bags like me with ADA, can't sell for a loss. Yeah, I still think that's wise, but if you believe in it long term, that's what I'm saying. If you just kind of let go of the outcome and just say, okay, this is long term, so I don't need to worry about short term. This is 2 years time, and you're going to be glad you held. ADA will be back up in a few days, no doubt. I've seen petrol at 89 cents, haven't seen that price in 4 years. Petrol 89 cents. I haven't seen that price in 4 years. I know the price per dollar is, the price per barrel is way, way down. And this is what the country should be doing just now, just stocking up, just so they're self-sufficient in fuel or oil. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. But I want to thank you for watching this morning, really appreciate it. I don't know if you think I was talking about mints, about the Dodie crypto, but I think it's really important. It's good to kind of reevaluate and kind of look at what you're doing as well, and take a step back at what you're doing, as is with life, and it's kind of what we've been talking about for the last 20 years in personal development as well. But it's hard to do when you're a trader and you're kind of trading for money all the time. Money is an energy drainer. When you're talking about helping people, that's an energy giver as well. So it's a weird scenario. But thank you for watching, really appreciate it. If you want to support this channel, you can buy the book that's coming out at the end of next month. It's called The Belief Principle. There's a link down below for that as well. Really looking forward to seeing what happens there. And if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like on the way out. So the last one out, please hit the like button. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.